Hello and welcome to our visualization of the Collatz graph. We hope that you at least looked at the mathematical statements in the paper. Otherwise, it might be a bit difficult to comprehend what we are going on about. As you can see, like the left side, this is the graph in which the relationship between the nodes, the parent-child relationship, is shown. This can be changed by putting it either in reduced or explicit mode. The default is explicit mode. We are currently in explicit mode. We can put it on reduced mode. It will take some time to buffer, and you can see that there's quite a lot more elements going on. These elements, they have a modular remainder, residue, and we can change the color of the residue for each element by changing this slider up here, which has a very nice animation. If we put it on 2, for example, this is one of the more default ways of looking at Collatz mapping. Here you can see the even and odd elements, and that gives a sequence of the steps that are performed on the data set, as you can see here in the bar graph. Changing this color just recolors everything. Up here in the top we have an element which shows us the current element that we are selecting. So if we go over let's say 2, for example, we see that this updates to 2. It also shows the depth. This is the amount of steps you need to do from that current number to get to the value of 1. In here you can also select some more complicated data points. In the graph we can do a selection. So in the graph there's different points we can figure out. So say for example we want 11 as our new center point of data, and we press that and it updates, and then 11 becomes a new root node. And then you can see in the stem, this is the path to go from 11 to 1. This is always singular. In here, this is the bar graph. You will have different values from 11 up to 211. So this just displays the first 200 values after your current value. We can also make a selection by clicking in an element in the bar graph. So for example, here we have value 175. We can click on it and it will become our new root node. Then you can see how the tree progresses from here. And then below you can see how we got here, what sequence it follows. If we open it up a bit more, in the coloring, it becomes a bit more diverse. But you can see the amount of patterns that go on in here. If you go over the bar graph, then selecting it will show all the different sequences that agree with your selected sequence up until some point. This also changes what is being selected in the graph, because in these pods are just sequences. We can click a root node to undo it, so then we go back to the previous value, but we can also enter a value on our own, and then it might take some computational time. Some of the nodes will have very singular lines, some of them will be a bit more interesting. Yeah, that's all for now.